Like a what?
Well, what can I say? You don't have to print it if you don't want to. You can just scroll through it as you do it. 39 pages of the first
I'm only halfway completed.
one. Like I said, you could have just scrolled through it, but that's entirely up to you. I just want to make sure everybody has the same things that I have.
I'll cancel the print then.
Like I said, you can just scroll through the document. Because I got the,
You sent it out.
it's gotta be signed.
Right minutes here. Email again to missing an updated one.
Well, that's the, not really an updated, that's an updated, vehicle requirement. Remember they changed the miles per gallon?
Yeah.
So,
Oh, come on. It's printing gobbledygook. Woo. That was good. Now the guidance.
guidance is about 3 or 4 pages, but you only need
Oh, no, the guidance is 15 pages. You agree? You want to do the meeting now?
Yeah, we'll call it to order now. I got 3:03.
Okay.
Okay, we'll call our meeting to order for the Energy Committee for Granby at 3:03 on March the 18th. Everybody is here, so we don't need to take attendance. First thing on the agenda is to approve the meeting minutes of February the 19th, 2021.
I make a motion, we accept them?
I don't second that. Accept it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. We have any further discussion on the meeting minutes? Hearing none. All in favor, say yay or nay or abstain, and make sure you give your name because we can't see you all.
Robert, I.
Joan, I.
Lil, I.
And JI, so that's unanimous for the meeting minutes. So that's out of the way. Okay. The next thing we have on our agenda is some correspondence. We did get some correspondence in as much as you have the changes from the green community rules. And we talked about that last time. And we'll just use that as we go on here. Since everybody has it. There's no other specific other correspondence that I'm aware of. Under open action items, create a short and long-term plan. We're gonna have to adjust some of the ECMs. As far as I believe right now, since we're not putting the application in until approximately August, and Mass DOER Green Communities Division really hasn't finalized all the requirements for the fall application period, I think we should just put this on hold until we get all the information, because I don't think we want to go through and make all ECM changes now and turn around and do it again in a couple months. How does everybody else feel?
I agree.
I agree.
I
Okay,
agree.
okay. So then we'll go on, the next thing is the Dufresne Park lights. Again, that was one of the ECMs that we had for FY 2021. But as everybody probably knows, a tree went through the pavilion. So until we can find out what the insurance company is going to do, we don't know how much of the $12,000 to do that project is really applicable. So we'll just defer that to with the ECMs for the FY 2021.
Yep.
Everybody agree with that?
Agree.
Agree.
Okay. The MEI report requirements, vehicles
Um,
4, 5.
Before you get there, we need a motion to take this off the agenda.
I don't really want to take it off the agenda for the simple reason, until the insurance company tells us what they're gonna do.
Okay,
If the insurance company is gonna take it over the whole job, yeah, we'll take it off. But if the insurance company is not gonna do the whole job, then we may have to leave it on there and put some of the stuff in the FY 21 fall green community grant application. Anybody else want to chime in on that?
No, I agree with that.
No, I
Okay.
agree with you, Jay. Yep.
Okay. The MEI report requirements for vehicles 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I emailed you the latest one of 4. And you will see the changes for the motor vehicles with that. And since we're going to be updating the ERP, there's no sense going over these until we do the ERP. For the simple reason, we'll just be duplicating our effort. And for people out there in GCAM land, MEI is the Massachusetts Energy Insight Database Program, which everything has to be inputted in, down to every quart of oil, every gallon of gas, every kilowatt of electricity, and so on. So we have micromanaged to the millionth degree because they want to make sure we're telling them the truth, I guess. Okay, that'll bring us up to our energy reduction plan. There's 2 things off the top of my head that I know that we have to do to get ready for the next application. We have to add the new library into the basic document. And for anybody who doesn't know, the original energy reduction plan was done in 2011. It hasn't been updated. And for us to get qualified for the new library, we have to add it to it. So Lil has already sent an email to Mark, who is our point of contact for the region for green communities. And we know we're going to add the 2015 data for the new library will become the baseline. But they're still trying to discuss themselves, not only for us, but for every other community. When they energy reduction plans are updated, do they want us to delete out the changes or not? Correct, Lil?
That is correct.
Okay. So again, as far as the ERP, energy reduction plan is, we have to add the new library. Lil's got the action to put the spreadsheet portion of it in there. Anything else on the spreadsheet, we don't know. The only other thing in the general criteria of it, I can think of, we have to follow along Mass DOER, same as they did with the vehicles. As equipment becomes commercially available, town must, repeat, must purchase the energy efficient material. And an example would be energy saver equipment, which you can verify on Mass Save. The penalty for not purchasing energy efficient equipment that's commercially available, and which may be a little more expensive than the other stuff you can find in eBay or wherever else. The town will not be able to submit an application for 3 years. It's a penalty to not purchase energy saver equipment. I don't think we need to instill any more on that. Do you guys?
I don't believe so.
Okay, that'll go in the ERP, which will be distributed to the select board, and they'll distribute it to all the departments of the town.
Good.
Good.
Okay, for new business, we gotta do the new vehicle request for the FY 2022. And that's what one of the documents I sent out to everybody. The first document, if you want to scroll through it, is the request from the fire department. They want a brand new F-150. It's not up to us to determine if this item is funded or not funded. It's only up to us to see if this item meets the green community requirements and doesn't give us a penalty. This is a non-exempt vehicle. And it weighs less than 8,500 pounds. According to the sheet on page 2, which I sent you on criteria 4, a 4-wheel drive pickup truck has to have a minimum of 18 miles per gallon. They are telling us that this one is going to get 19 miles per gallon. So based upon that, we should probably have a motion here to sign this as an acceptable vehicle to be purchased under the green community. How does everybody else feel on that one?
I agree.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, I'm putting
I agree.
acceptable on the sheet right now.
Now, do you want to do motions on each individual one?
Yeah, because not all are gonna be acceptable.
Okay, so this is the fire department.
Right, this is the fire department F-150. Super Crew XL 4x4, model year 2021.
Four-wheel drive.
4-wheel drive, yes. If you scroll down, you will see the fire chief's signature on attachment A, which is our form.
Yep.
Let me see, I'll give you a motion in a minute.
That's okay, take your time.
Okay, so how about this for a motion? I make a motion to approve the Granby Fire Department's F-150 Super Crew XL 4x4 model year 2021 four-wheel drive in accordance with the green community requirements.
For the FY 2020, for the FY 22 budget.
For the FY 2022 budget. In accordance with the green community requirements.
That's correct, which is criteria 4 for us.
And I'll put in parentheses, criteria 4.
Okay.
Okay, need a second.
I'll second it.
Okay, Lil made the motion, Robert seconded. Any more discussion on this particular vehicle? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Robert, I.
Joan, I.
Bill, aye.
And J.I., and with that, I am signing the sheet right now. And for people who don't know, this sheet goes from this committee to the town administrator. Okay. That's that one done. The next one is the Counseling on Aging. If you want to scroll down the document I sent you, do you see attachment A from the Council on Aging?
There it is, okay.
Okay, you will see the Council on Aging. This is a non-exempt vehicle. It weighs more than 8,500 pounds. Because it weighs more than 8,500 pounds, in accordance with criteria 4, it does not have to meet the miles per gallon defined by the green community. So since it does, and it has 17 miles per gallon, and if you're interested, somebody just knocked on our door, must be getting a delivery. This van would have to get a 4x4, no, it's two-wheel drive. This would have to get 22 miles per gallon, but because it weighs over 8,500 pounds, it's exempt from the miles per gallon. So 17 miles per gallon is acceptable. Everybody follow along that with me?
Yep, I agree with that.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, we'll have a motion and a second to make this acceptable.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the Council on Aging 2024 Transit XL two-wheel drive for the FY 2022 budget in accordance with the green community requirements, criteria 4.
For FY 2022?
Yes.
Okay.
I second it.
Okay, we have a motion by Lil, a seconded by Robert. Any further discussion? Hearing no further discussion, please say aye if you agree.
Robert, I.
Joan, I.
Lil, aye.
And J.I., and I'm signing the form right now. Okay, now we'll scroll down to the next attachment A, which would be the school.
Cool.
Gotta go through a lot of pages for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of them are from the COA to justify getting their vehicle they wanted. Anybody wants to know, it's a wheelchair van with a ramp.
Yep.
That's why it's so heavy.
Okay, that's good.
So,
Oh, wait a minute, it's Kevin O'Grady is next, I'm sorry.
right, I was,
Don't confuse me.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm slow on scrolling down while I'm writing. Okay, this is the police vehicle. This is an exempt vehicle under green community. It does not weigh 8,500 pounds, but under the green community thing, this vehicle is now commercially available. And since it's commercially available, we're being told it has to be purchased as a hybrid. And that is exactly what they're requesting, with a combined mileage of 24 miles per gallon.
Good.
Just making some notations here, that's why it's silence on my end.
Are you ready for a motion?
Yep, I'm just making some notations.
Okay, I make a motion to approve the police department's 2022, wait, I gotta read it, Ford Interceptor SUV hybrid, all-wheel drive, for the fiscal year 2022 budget in accordance with the green community requirements criteria 4.
And I second it.
And Robert seconded. Any more discussion on the police vehicle? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye. What's your name, please?
Robert, I.
Joan, I.
Lil, I,
And Jay, aye. And I'm gonna sign it right here, right now. And I'll be scanning these and sending them to Chris and Kathy.
Mhm.
Lil, do you want me to send you a copy as well for the records, or just don't worry about it, let them handle it?
sure, I can put it with the,
Okay, I didn't know if you wanted it with your meeting minutes, that's why I asked.
yep.
Okay, we'll go down to the next attachment A. And again, just because these departments are requesting these vehicles, it does not mean it's gonna be purchased. That's up to the voters. Has to go through the capital expense committee, then the town administrator, then the select board, to be made an article before it even hits the floor of the town to be voted on. All we're doing here is ensuring that the vehicles that are being proposed to be purchased do not violate the green community rules. If they do violate it and we purchase it, we cannot submit an application for a grant for 3 years. Okay, the next one I come across is the one for the school. Correct?
Yes, yep.
Okay, this is the problem child. As you will see in the criteria you have, this is a 4-wheel drive pickup. And it does not weigh over 8,500 pounds. It is also non-exempt, and they are saying it gets 11.2 miles per gallon. If we go to our sheet, this has to get 18 miles per gallon, or it's a violation,
Not acceptable.
okay?
Right.
Do we want to make a motion on that while I start the writing?
Yep, let me get my motion together here, or my act together.
Okay,
I make a motion to deny the school's request for a 2020 Ford F-50 regular cab XL 4-wheel drive, which
Yeah.
gets 11.2 mpg for the fiscal year 2022 budget in accordance with the green community requirements criteria 4.
do we have a second?
Well, do we want to say something in that motion about the MPG needs to be
Yeah, what I was going to do, where in the block, if unacceptable equals the reason,
Okay,
I was gonna use the green community page. Four-wheel drive pickup truck, 18 miles per gallon, if under 8,500 pounds.
Okay,
right. Okay, then it doesn't need to be in the motion. Okay, Robert, you seconded
I
it?
seconded it.
All right. Okay, this is the reason I put, if unacceptable equal reason, four-wheel drive pickup truck, parentheses, under 8,500 pounds, parentheses, equals a minimum of 18 miles per gallon.
Correct.
And what I want to do is I want to circle there 11.2. And then I will draw a line right down to the reason. So there's no mistake. And then I'll sign it. Okay, we'll go down to our next attachment A. Which is for Jeremy Carrier for the building facilities maintenance. They're looking for a Ford F-350 pickup truck, a 2021 model, four-wheel drive. Its gross weight is 14,000 pounds, so that's over 8,500 pounds. So it does not have to meet the miles per gallon of 18. He's got in this here on the sheet, as you see, 8 to 10 in the city, 12 to 18 on the highway. So it doesn't meet it, but it's over 8,500 pounds. It's a 14,000 gross vehicle weight vehicle.
It's more than a pickup, then it's 350.
Yeah.
It has tool equipment, plow and sand.
Well, it can do all of
It
that,
could be used as that, yeah.
but he just can't exceed 14,100 gross vehicle weight rating, or he could get pulled over and get a ticket.
Right.
And that's all we're doing is comparing their sheets against the requirements.
Okay, so I'll make a motion to approve the building facilities maintenance department's request for a 2021 Ford F-350 Super Duty pickup truck, four-wheel drive. for the fiscal year 2022 budget in accordance with the Green Community Requirements Criteria 4.
And do we have a second?
I second it.
Okay, any further discussion on this vehicle for Jeremy? Building facilities? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Robert, I.
Joan, I.
Lil, I.
And Jay, aye. Day 17, 16, that page is 17. Oh, today's the 18th. I'm writing everything down for the 17th.
That was yesterday, St. Patty's Day.
Well, I'd rather be a day late than a dollar short.
That's right.
Okay. So now the next vehicle, which is the last one for this physical year.
Not quite there
For the
yet.
highway department. It's a John Deere tractor.
Now this one's exempt, right?
No, this is a non-exempt. Yeah, this is an exempt vehicle. Because it's off-road,
Yeah. It's a tractor they move along the side of the road with.
right? And if you look in the criteria, it'll tell you in there that if you're getting it for off-road, it does not have to,
Doesn't have to, okay.
doesn't have to comply with this. Okay,
Okay, so you ready?
yep,
Yeah, I make a motion to approve the highway department's request for a 2024 John Deere Model 5075 four-wheel drive tractor for the fiscal year 2022 budget in accordance with the Green Community Requirements Criteria 4.
I second it.
okay. Any further discussion on this John Deere for the highway department? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye with your name, please.
Robert, I.
Joan, I.
Lil, I.
And Jay, aye.
Oops. Oops, it fell down.
Are you
Yeah,
dropping
that's
things,
okay.
Joe?
That should take care of all the vehicles.
Okay.
And like I say, I'll scan them and get them ready to go out. Okay, take cost energy saver, we did that. Did this. Okay, the solar block status. Under new business. Right now, solar block is made it into the next phase. The way this works with Department of Energy, they make you go through phases on your submissions on what you're doing. If you don't get knocked out, you're still a finalist. Well, we didn't get knocked out again, so we're still a finalist. The next submission will be the end of April. The end of April will include all the architectural drawings, and we should have a cost and stuff like that. The reason the Department of Energy does this is they don't want municipalities to incur undue expenses. For example, the architectural drawings for this is gonna cost $30,000. So Solar Block does not have to spend the money unless they are still a finalist. And we are with them because our memorandum of understanding. Does everybody understand that?
Yes,
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Because we've gone through 4 phases now. The 5th phase will be end of April. And the end of April, as part of that phase, there'll be a 5-minute video, which will be taken because of COVID-19, because you're supposed to go in person to the Department of Energy and present this. But because of COVID right now, they're having to make videos and send it in. So they will be going to the school, taking some videos of the school and videos of their product, and they show how it goes together and all that. And if I get any more information from that as we go on, then I will naturally pass it on.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions?
Nope.
Okay, as far as our review of our FY21 grant application, we still don't have the dates. We know it's going to be in August, but we don't know all the specific requirements yet. So as we stated earlier in our meeting, we're not going to start creating anything until we know what the firm requirements are. Also, the last item under new business, the alternate LED lighting installation, which is an on-bill repayment. On this thing, Lil, on my thing here, it says OVR, which should be OBR.
Got it.
Okay, just caught that. Okay, the update is we have been approved for the on-bill repayment to do the first floor of the school. So the paperwork is going into National Grid and Energy Source. And then once we get that back, it'll go to the select board for signature. And then we can get, what this would do, will do the first floor classrooms of the junior, senior high school, but it will not do any of the locker rooms or bathrooms because we cannot do more than $100,000 at a time. So that's all I can tell you on that.
Mhm.
We're doing this in conjunction with our green community grants. Because as people have listened into our earlier meetings, the state is pushing everybody towards vehicles and HVACs and weatherizations and insulation versus lighting now. Lighting will be minimally accepted and it'll have to be done in phases. Cannot be a gigantic lighting project anymore. That's part of the new requirements, which we found out on 11 February. Any questions on the OBR program?
nope,
Nope.
Basically how it works is National Grid and Energy Source goes in and they calculate on how much money it's going to cost in parts and labor to replace the current lights with LED lights. Then they take that figure and then they calculate over a period of time how much money it's going to save the town in energy cost. They subtract that energy cost from the actual cost of the work. Then they will tell the town, okay, we'll let you finance this remaining over 5 years. And what they do is they divide the 60 into the remaining amount of money. And then when you pay your electric bill, this on-bill repayment will have a little bit added on to it to finish it off. But you get immediate energy savings once they completed installing these lights. Then you will get cost savings once all this is repaid. But again, they are reducing the payments by the amount of money you'll be saving over those 5 years. So for people who don't understand that, if we didn't do this, the school would continue paying their electric bill at their current rate and get nothing out of it. This way, they continue paying their bill at their current rate and they get new equipment out of it, being energy efficient equipment. So it's a win-win situation. If we do nothing, they pay. If we do something, they just continue to pay the same rate, but when the reduction of it will be deducted to pay the cost of the actual lighting. That makes sense?
Makes sense.
Yes, it does.
Definitely.
Wish we could do that with our houses, right?
That's true.
They only
Yep.
do it for communities and public buildings. Be nice to get a new furnace, air conditioning, or heat pump or something in your house. And then you get to pay it over time with them with 0% interest rate, but you get credited for all the energy savings to deduct it off your bill immediately.
Mm,
Well, talk to the governor about switching that over to houses too.
Yeah, that would be nice. Never know. If he don't meet his goals, maybe he will.
True.
I imagine he'd go to the private industry first, though, before he goes to the residents.
Right.
Okay, is there, on the old business, we still have one item here. We have a new committee member search, which has been ongoing. As everybody probably knows, I have announced last October that I would not be running for reelection on the select board. And I would also be, at the end of my term here, getting off the committees I'm on as well. So we're still looking for members to join this committee because other members of this committee have already put their paperwork in that says they will not be renewing for another year, which ends 30 June of 2021. So this committee needs new members, and it's better they get in now to learn from the existing members, otherwise trying to figure it out for themselves from the beginning. But so far, we've been after the select board, the town administrator, everybody else since October, and we still haven't got any new members to train. And our time is getting shorter and shorter every day. So if anybody out there is interested, let the town administrator know, and then we'll get you in here as a minimum of an alternate member right now, so you can learn what we're doing, so you don't have to figure it out from yourself from scratch. Is there anything else anybody else wants to put in?
No,
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 Well, then I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
I second that.
Joan seconded. Any further discussion about adjourning? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye with your name, please.
Robert, I.
Joan, I.
Will, I.
J, I, and that's it. And Lil, I assume you're gonna text Kathy, right?
Yes, I will.
Okay, well, thank you very much, everybody. I will get this stuff scanned out, sent to Lil for incorporate with her meeting minutes and get it to the town administrator so they can process these vehicle requests.
Good.
Have a good one, everybody.
Yeah, you also.
Bye.
Stay safe.
Yeah, and like, Robert, you got your shot, right?
Got my first one, yep.
Good for you. And Lil gets hers tomorrow.
That's right.
Okay. Some people said they'd like to give Lil a shot.
Okay,
You're
Jay,
funny,
talk to you
Jay.
later.
Yeah, because Robert already got his shot, so.
Yeah.
Have a good one, everybody.
Okay, take care.
Yeah, bye.
Right.
Right.